think it's hype. It ain't. It's backed, and I'll explain what I'm going to say. But before I get into this, I want to give, what's up, Corey? What's up, Jennifer? I want to give a little context to what I'm going to share. I want to share a story with you because, let's be honest, who doesn't love stories? Many of you guys know that it was about... it was almost 3 years ago. It was 2.5 years ago. I moved out here to California. I was in pursuit of mentorship. I wanted mentorship as badly as I wanted to breathe. A lot of you guys know my story. You know, I lived out of my car for a year trying to get around people who could elevate my life and take me to a new level. And long story short, I was able to get around a guy who had spoken in front of over 34 million people in his career, world-class public speaker, big business guy, crazy connections, knows people like Tony Robbins and people like Carlos Slim and stuff like that. And long story short, I knew if I could just get around this guy, my life could go to another level. And so I wanted mentorship as bad as I wanted to breathe. And so long story short, I got around this guy. He introduced me to some people that he knew. And I partnered in business with some of these guys. You know, we sat down and they showed me some things, and they said, you know, listen, we have a very, very close friend, and bear with me, guys, I'm trying to build a doorway for what I want to tell you. But we sat down and they said, listen, one of our very close friends has built 2 multi-billion-dollar companies. He's been retired the last 3 years. He's coming out of retirement. He's going to do it again. And listen, guys, I'm not a rocket scientist. You all know, you've heard my story. You know, I dropped out of college. I left college. So I'm not a rocket scientist, but I'll tell you, I'm not a dummy either. When I heard there was a guy who's built 2 multi-billion-dollar companies, I jumped at that. That was the caliber of opportunity I was looking for. And so when this company launched, I ended up partnering with these guys. And when the company launched, they had something available where you could basically be a part owner in this company, where it's something called global profit sharing. Some of you might not know what that is, but it's called global profit sharing, which is where you're able to gain access to a 2% global pool of the company's weekly profit. And the company now is in 11 different countries all over the world. But the opportunity to invest in the company in that capacity came and went like that in a matter of just a few months. Because, I mean, obviously the guy's built 2 multi-billion-dollar brands. This company was going to go there too. So there was no doubt about it. It came and went very, very rapidly. I'm going to come back to that. What I'm about to say is going to lay a foundation for for the announcement I want to make. So I will come back to that. Be patient with me. But what's up, guys? Appreciate y'all hopping on here. But anyway, so in the meantime, this was back in January of 2017. Now it's going on January of 2019. It's been almost 2 years. This company has experienced explosive growth. In our first year in business, we did $49 million in sales, shattered a 140-year-old industry record. I mean, it's a $200 billion a year industry, and we shattered the industry record. We're going to do more than that in our second year. And the reason for that type of growth was because the company's run by a guy, number one, who's been there before. He knows how to take a company to the mountaintop. But also because of the liposomal disruption that the company uses. Our products basically deliver at the cellular level. They have the same like pharmaceutical strength basically of a chemotherapy medication, but they're organic supplements. And so because of the product, because of the leadership, the company has just thrashed the marketplace like you would not believe. And our team has expanded like nuts, like all over the place. You know, we've got 70 to 90% retention in our business, which is unheard of in any business. I don't care what business you're in, it's unheard of. It's between 70 and 90% every 90 days. People do not leave our business. Customers do not leave our business. And it's because of not just the product and the opportunity and all that stuff, but it's because we have this business school that is literally developing world-class entrepreneurs. And the guy that's coaching us spent 5 years learning from Robert Kiyosaki, so he downloads literally the philosophy of the wealthy into our entire team 3 days a week live. And it's unbelievable what has happened. But long story short, that's what's happened over the last 2 years. And something one of my mentors taught me, this is a guy who has had the opportunity to do business with Carlos Slim, extremely wealthy guy, built 24 multi-million-dollar companies, made tens of millions of dollars. He taught me, he said, Danny, listen to me. Do you want to be wealthy? And I said, of course. And he said, then listen to me and listen good. The way that money was made 20 years ago is not the same way that money's made today. And he said, so with that being said, does it make sense that money will not be made the same way in 20 years from now as it is today? And I said, that makes perfect sense. And he said, so if you want to get wealthy, listen up. He said, if you want to get wealthy, you need to stop doing what made money 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. You need to figure out what's making money now. And you need to figure out what's going to make money in 10 and 20 years from now. Do those things and you're going to increase your chances. And so what I've been taught in this business school, one of the many things, is how to analyze trends in the marketplace. I've been taught how to look at trends, analyze where the markets are going. And some of you guys, like if you want to become wealthy, you have to position yourself in front of a major economic trend, and it will push you into success. And be patient with me, guys. I'm going to make the announcement, but I have to lay the foundation. I have to explain why I'm going to say what I'm going to say. But some of you guys noticed last Wednesday, let me know if you know this or not. Last Wednesday, there was a huge bill passed in the United States. Let me know if you guys know what bill I'm talking about. It's crazy what just happened. There was something called the Farm Bill that was just passed last Wednesday. And what that means is that there's a few different things, but one of the big things that it means is that hemp-based CBD is now recognized as an agricultural product nationwide, 50 states across the country. It should have never been recognized as anything other as I've been studying it, but nonetheless, it's recognized nationally, 50 states across the country, as legal hemp-based CBD is. And so this company, I'm going to backstep one thing. Forbes, I was reading articles on this because what I understand is, again, look at the trends, look at where things are going, look where people's eyeballs are and where people's eyeballs are going. Position yourself in front of it and you can become very wealthy. And I started studying articles, I started reading into this. Forbes projects this industry, the CBD marketplace, to grow by 700% in 2019 alone. It's projected to be over a $3 billion a year marketplace by the year 2022. That is insane growth. Like, that is legitimate gold rush level growth. There are going to be millions of millionaires made in the next decade from this marketplace, let alone the entire health and wellness industry. But it's insane what's about to happen. And so when I look at the numbers, again, I just understand, well, that's where the economy is going. If I can position myself out front here, it will come to me. Right? And so here is what happened. This is announcement 1 of 2. Number 1, the company that I partnered with that is going to be a $1 billion brand, probably faster than I even thought, is launching at the end of January. They've had plans for this for a while, but they waited until the Farm Bill passed to launch it. At the end of next month, they are launching a 0.00% CBD product, liposomal base, meaning when you take it, it is delivered at the cellular level. It is legitimately pharmaceutical strength, organic, 0.00% CBD. And get this, we have a world exclusive on the patents. No one in the world will be able to touch the product that we have. Nobody. What this company is about to do is going to thrash a future multi-billion-dollar marketplace. We are positioned in an unbelievable way. And so I want to talk about why that's significant for you, because that in itself, if you understand numbers, if you understand business, your mind should be going right now. But there's something even more significant than what I just said. And what it is in the beginning of this call, for those of you guys that might have missed it, when this company launched 2 years ago, when the company launched 2 years ago, they offered something called a Founders Pack. And what that Founders Pack was it gave you, listen to this, it gave you access to 2% weekly global profit sharing checks once you qualified. The way to qualify is by hitting the 5th rank in the company. There's 20 ranks, so in the bottom 25% of the ranks, we can get into that another time, but if you have questions, we can talk about that. But long story short, they had these Founders Packs that gave you the ability to access 2% global profit sharing, which, by the way, right now is paying out well over $2,000 a month. Last year, it paid out $30,000 for people who qualified on a $1,500 investment. Ridiculous. For the next 2 weeks, That founders pack, that global profit sharing equity pack is back until New Year's Eve. I am legit like tweaking over here. I've not been able to get off the phone these last few days. Anybody who understands numbers, anybody who understands business, some of you guys don't get numbers, some of you guys don't get business, some of you guys don't want to make a lot of money. That's cool. I'd say stick on, you might learn something. But I'm talking directly to the people who understand numbers, understand business, understand trends and where business is going. Gaining access to 2% global profit sharing on a company run by a guy who's built 2 multi-billion-dollar companies in the past. This company right now is in its second year. We'll be a $100 million company soon. We'll be a $1 billion brand in a few years from now. This is the very, very beginning stages of literally one of the next big household names. And to be able to capture 2% global profit sharing on something like that is insane. I mean, guys, we're talking passive income. Like, you think a 401k is good? Oh my gosh, dude. I know people who lost 40% of their 401ks in 2009 when the economy collapsed. I know people who work their entire life for a 401k plan that's going to pay them $50, $60, $70, $100,000 a year. Guys, this bonus, do the math, 2% of a $1 billion company, you're talking about a 6-figure a year passive income in a few years from now if you're willing to do a little bit of work, if you're willing to build a business, if you're serious about your future. I mean, 401ks are nothing in comparison. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying do this on the side, but what is about to happen, you guys are about to witness, and I'm excited to be a part of it, and you all have the opportunity to as well. But you're about to witness this country. We are about to witness a serious transfer of wealth over the next 4 years. And the company I'm with, Viseo, is leading the charge, baby. It is an insane opportunity.